We get to the Beacon Theatre, right? On a fucking Tuesday or Monday night, whenever it was, Monday night. 2 guys are there in suits. Good evening, Mr. Gallagher. Come this way. Your seats are ready. Dude, walk into the Beacon Theatre. Loads of people start clapping. It's fucking packed. Loads of people start clapping. We got taken right to the front. And Jerry Seinfeld walks on stage, right? And I've never seen him, ever. And I'm like, fuck. The funniest thing ever, right? One of the greatest night of crying, laughing. It was unbelievable. And not only that, after the show, she said, and we're now going to go meet him. And I fucking ended up in a lift. Listen to this. Listen to this for a story. Jerry Seinfeld, I'm in this lift with Sarah and Jerry Seinfeld's wife, right? Jerry Seinfeld gets in this lift. In the Beacon Theatre, there's a tiny lift that goes from the stage to the dressing room. It's about as big as this chair. So we're all stood in there. Jerry Seinfeld comes in, he says, hey. And I'm like, no fucking way. And he said, great to see you. And his wife went, Jerry, this is the guy from London. It's his birthday. I mean, I told you. Jerry Seinfeld is going, Jerry's going, I don't think he did. And she's going, Jerry, I told you, it's his birthday. And he was going, no, you didn't tell me. And I was going to Sarah, we're in a scene of Seinfeld. It's fucking unbelievable. Unbelievable. And we went all the way up to his dressing room. And we sat there. And he pretended that he knew who I was for 45 minutes. It was fucking unbelievable.
Did he have any clue?
I don't think he did. But I didn't fucking care. I knew who he was. And he was a fucking dude, man. But I got to, hang out with him. Fucking hell, what a dude. So what was the question?
As in that lunch with Robert De Niro, is it true that he told you he'd never heard about Oasis before?
He was saying to his wife, do I know this guy? And she was saying, yes, it's Oasis. And he was going, who? He was going, Oasis. She's going, we know Wonderwall. We do. Really? And I was like...
Were you at a lunch randomly and then you saw him and met him, or were you at the same lunch?
We were at a mutual friend's house for a lunch that lasted 17 hours. One of the greatest days I think I've ever had.
Really?
Did you sit next to him?
I did sit next to him. Yeah.
Did he know you were?
I got to say, he didn't have a clue, no.
Did you tell him?
He knew who I was by the time we left.
Yeah, I bet.
He actually, as he was leaving, he said, write down the name of that band again that you were in.
Did he do the face, the
yes.
De Niro face? Did you get him to?
Yeah,
I mean, the Goodfellas.
When he was slagging off Donald Trump. yeah. I mean, we're all huge fans of him and his films and all that, and I was bombarding him with questions for at least it was a good couple of hours sat with him. And
what sort of questions?
How did you make Raging Bull, and how did that come to be on the film, and where'd you go to get the inspiration for your parts and all that kind of thing? And I have no idea. I couldn't tell you what he said. I have no idea. But and then I mentioned Donald Trump, and then he did the thing.
Did he do?
He did the thing. I didn't have a tear in my eye when he was doing it. I was thinking it's a good job I'm wearing sunglasses because I'm kind of like, wow, unbelievable. But
easy guy to get on with, or did he need a bit loosening up?
I'd say he was as you. Have you ever seen him on a chat show?
Yeah.
It's just like that.
Okay.
It's very sad, I've seen a bit of the video this morning on the telly. What's he trying to say? He's now trying to make social comment. This is the guy that hid who he actually was from the public for 20 years, and now all of a sudden he's got something to say about the way of the world. I find it fucking laughable. That's been before you get to the song, which is fucking diabolical.
Are you surprised though by the reaction the Americans had to it?
I don't know, what was the reaction?
Totally condemning it, flipping it. I mean, because people should still be able to use the music to voice what they think they've got.
Yeah,
whether they be right or
absolutely,
wrong.
but he shouldn't. Because he's a liar and a fake. I'll be allowed to voice my opinion on anything because I'm honest with me and I'm honest with you and I'm honest with you out there, and I don't bullshit anybody. He ain't. He's a liar and he's a fake. Who is George Michael? Ask him that next time you see him. I'm not sure even he knows.
So saying the president doesn't help though, does he? And he's saying what we need is arm the teachers.
So what do you think of Trump?
I was having him for the comedy value.
Yeah.
I like the mental image of him sitting in bed on a Saturday evening in his underpants having a Twitter spat with the guy from North Korea.
What did you...
Because for Michael Jackson to come over to this country after what's all gone on, and I think we all know what we're talking about here, to dress in a white robe, right, thinking he's the Messiah. I mean, who does he think he is? Me? Right? That is out of order. The only reason I didn't dress in a white robe is because my mother could not get the wool from the shopping centre. Next year,
you're in a white robe.
Next year we've got the paper mache cross. All right.
Well, I love Russell, but he don't half talk out of his arse sometimes. His fine, muscular, pert arse. He does talk a lot of shit. I couldn't see him overthrowing a table full of drinks. Do you think he's going to put himself in charge? I wonder. I was out with him the other night, and he says it with a straight face. There is going to be a revolution. And I'm like, fucking hell, give us a shout, mate, when you're going down the mall with your pitchforks and that. I'll come and, serenade you in on me loop, before we go and eat the Queen. And he said, look, come on, man, back us. And I said, tell you what I'll do, you fucking make me the Duke of Manchester. I'm in. I'll go on rallies with him. But scarily enough, he does mean it. That's the funny thing.
You're going to star in a film with Johnny Depp. Star is kind of pushing it a bit, isn't it?
But no. I did actually let something slip. I've been slapped on the wrist about that, but yeah, there's been talk. I'm not going to star, I'm supposed to be doing something.
But there's a story in the newspaper about it.
I know, well, we was on all day together, right? And he's doing this film about something or other anyway, and he wrote me into the film. Because he does things like that.
Right.
Because he's a diamond geezer.
Is he?
And he's, I return the compliment by, I think he's going to play on our album, he's going to do a bit of slide guitar or something.
What's he like as a musician?
He's actually he is a really good guitarist. And as a, when you see all these things in the papers about him and Kate, like, Johnny Depp is not a hellraiser, right? He was, but he's not anymore. And like, they're always like split. I mean, Kate sort of stays with us when she comes to London. So all this, like, I pick up the papers in the morning and go, oh, Kate, you split up again. And she goes, well, I hope it's for good this time. And it says, well, it actually says that this time it's for good. But he's a nice guy, you know what I mean? He's actually, well, he's a Gemini like me, so he would be, wouldn't he?
October in Rio, and one of our friends' couple getting married, Matthew McConaughey's at the wedding. He said one of the greatest things that's ever been said to me by anyone ever, and I'm now going to share it with you. It was late early in the morning. We were getting a drink at the bar, and he said to me, he put his arm around me and he said, my brother, there are two things in life you're either going to be. You're either going to be wet shit or fucking dry shit. What are you going to be? And I was like, wet shit or dry shit? And
he said, the bad one.
And he said, dry shit, you can scratch that motherfucker off in a heartbeat. But wet shit, it's going to stick on you like a motherfucker. What are you going to be? And I was like, well, I'm clearly the personification of wet shit. And he said, goddamn fucking right you are.
And I can assure you, he's one of the top dudes I've ever met.
Why?
Because he's like a character from Star Wars. He was spewing out this Texan wisdom. I can't tell you.
He's got a lovely voice, hasn't he?
I'm fascinated by that guy. It's like The Wolf of Wall Street. I think that's the only thing I've ever seen him on True Detective.
Oh yeah, that was amazing. So did you feel like he was one of the coolest people you've ever...
Oh, without a doubt.
Really?
Oh, yeah, and the funniest.
Did he outcool Noel Gallagher?
It's not that easy. I mean, it's not that difficult to outcool me, I've got to say.
She said, I said, what's she been up to? She said, I'm doing this Gogglebox thing with Naomi. And I said, oh, I said, do you fancy doing it? And I said, yeah. And within 10 seconds, she'd call somebody and confirm that I was doing it. And I was like, well, hang on a minute. Well, hey, let me do that thing where I pass you on to somebody and then,
they say no.
And then they make it go away. She's like, no, darling, no, it's all confirmed now, darling. You're doing it now, darling. And I was like, oh. So then, you know, we kind of get there on the night, and it was one of the best nights in I've ever had.
I bet it was a really good laugh.
It was good. I haven't seen it, but there was. I don't know when you watch that program. You'll never see this, but you're heavily prompted by a director as to what to look out for. So there's just the three of us sat in a room, and then there's a TV. And then
are you drinking? And
yes. Well, the thing is, to get there, and the people said to me, "Well, you be here for 7 because filming starts at 7:30." And I was going to the woman, I guarantee you, Naomi Campbell won't get here before midnight. And she was saying, no, because we start 8:30. And I was like, you're an idiot. I said, you'd be lucky if Kate gets here before 3 in the morning. What are you talking about? So anyway, we got there on time. They both rock up at 10 o'clock, you know. So by that point, I'm already drunk. I'm already well into the Monster Munch.
That was my favourite, was you and the Monster Munch. Had you brought those, or was that in your rider?
No, I demanded them. I ate 4 bags.
Was it the old school pickled onion ones?
They were the pickled onion ones. You're sat there, and then there's a little speaker, and so they start playing. The first thing up was Downton Abbey.
That's it.
And of course it starts, and then the three of us just start shouting at each other, and then there was like, stop. I was thinking, where's this noise coming from? And it was the director saying, yeah, you're just shouting at each other now. And the whole point of Gogglebox is that you watch the television. And my homie's going, yeah, but that's going to be really difficult for us. And I was, they were just shouting at each other. And how they edited it down to whatever it was unbelievable. But
I want to see the outtakes now. That sounds like the better show.
We were supposed to finish filming at 10 o'clock. You know what time we got out of there? 1:45. 1:45 in the morning. I was properly, when I got in, my missus said, how was it? And I was like, how's what?
Yeah, why don't you go downstairs and smash the bar up and say you're the singer of Oasis?
I don't know what if I did. If I was going to go down and smash the bar up, I'd do it and there's nothing.
So why don't you go and make a scene
because
then?
I'm not in that. I'm not fucking. You know what I mean?
You're not.
Alright, I'll be back in a minute, right?
Smash the bar up. Why don't you do a Keith Richards and throw the TV out the window?
The brawling and all that, as you'll probably be willing to accept, might have been blown out of all proportion by the sun and the mirror. Yeah, I recognise that guy. If I think back to it now, and I think I've heard it once. My argument is, be a cunt all you want, but let's do the gig first, and then be a fucking dick. His argument is, I'm just being a dick all the time. Countless gigs where, 3 songs in, he'd just pop his fucking headphones out and just get off. So you'd be doing a guitar solo and you get to the end of the song and you think, oh, it's not that mad for him just to disappear during the guitar solo and not sing the rest of the song. Yeah. He's obviously gone back to fix his sunglasses or something. And then you just go, where's Liam gone? Oh, he's got off. What do you mean he's got off? Got a sore throat. It's like, what a cunt, do you know what I mean? And you'd have to kind of go out and say in English to a load of perplexed Japanese people who were there kind of doing this. You'd say, okay, I know you don't understand what I'm fucking saying, but what's happened is the singer's got off and they're like, okay, all right, you don't get it. Right, so I'm going to have to sing I'm going to have to sing the rest of the song. And then you start singing and they're all like, oh, hang on, what the fuck's going on here? Where's the singer gone? But I could never forgive him for that, you know what I mean? Ever.